Everyone used to be a kid, and every kid is scared of something. Some of those things are stupid when you look back, and some of them still scare you to this day. So, as you can see from the title of this video, I will be showing you my top 5 things that used to scare the shit out of me in the Efteling theme park. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Fata Morgana has always been and still is my favorite dark ride in the entire park. However, as a kid, I was very afraid of dolls, animatronic and everything like that. So even though I love dark rides, I was also pretty scared of them. Fata Morgana already has a pretty dark tone by itself, so this didn't really help. However, there was one animatronic that just scared me time and time again. This was a tiger with its handler, and the tiger seems to leap forward at your boat. This freaked me out so much that I always took the right side of the boat, since the tiger appeared on the left side. Looking back on it, I can see why I, and lots of other kids, were scared of this, but I'm definitely not afraid of it anymore. Okay, let's face it. PandaVision is a horrible ride, in every way, shape and form. In fact, even calling it a ride is doing it a giant favor. Luckily, it is apparently getting a huge upgrade in the near future, including a new movie and new name. But enough about that. Let's just look at what I found scary back in the day. In the main movie, there's a scene that brings you to the wondrous underwater world. In this scene there are 2 eels, and they used to terrify me, especially when the bubbles would be sitting on their face. This is obviously supposed to be funny, but it was not funny to me, at all. The next scene brings you to the jungle, where a snake appears, which also used to scare the shit out of me. But let's just move on to number 3 before I get infected with panda rabies or something. I loved this ride as a kid. I still remember first riding it, being amazed by the queue and the music, and then finally stepping in the boat, leaving the harbor, seeing 2 huge ships. Well, anyway, getting a bit off track here. When you approach the lift hill, a projection of the Flying Dutchman appears on the waterfall. Now, this already frightened me as a kid, but when actually heading into the ship, you see the face of Willem van der Decken, changed into a skull. That just freaked me out. Needless to say, I didn't open my eyes when riding the ride for the next 2 years. As I mentioned previously, I was really scared of animatronics and dolls as a kid. So the thought of a haunted house already made me scared as hell, which resulted in me never ever going inside one. So you might ask yourself, if you were afraid of this entire thing, and didn't even enter it as a kid, how is it possible that you put it on number 2? Well, I can explain that to you. Once I went inside this ride for the first time, I fell in love with it. So yeah, that's why. And now it's time for some honorable mentions to stretch out that video time. All of the following fairy tales from the fairy tale forest. Let's go. The riding gnome. I just hated it when this guy looks over his shoulder at me. Used to scare the crap out of me. The dragon. Do I really need to explain myself? The wolf from The Wolf and the 7 Young Goats. Again, do I really need to explain myself? Look at this thing. Death from the Chinese Nightingale. This one is pretty obvious as well, I think. Okay, hear me out on this one. Dreamflight is a wonderful dark ride, and I loved it as a kid, just like many other people. And it has a great finale. Flying down through the dense forest inhabited by trolls, you really start to get in the mood of this scene. However, once you hit the ground, one of the trolls just jumps from behind a tree, which scared the absolute shit out of me. This made me close my eyes during the entire scene as a kid, not wanting to see this trolling troll. Whoever thought that this was a good idea, screw you.